Good evening, sir.
Two more questions and then yes, please. Yes.
मेरा नाम मुकेश भगत है और मैं यहाँ पे CHS में हूँ, JNU में.
CHS is what?
Center for Historical Studies.
Okay, okay.
तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये इट्स अबाउट मेरिट, आइडिया ऑफ मेरिट. समहाउ इंडिया में कुछ जॉब चाहिए तो देयर इज ओनली वन एग्जाम एंड देयर इज ओनली वन पैटर्न ऑफ कंडक्टिंग एग्जाम. सो जैसे कि इंडिया एक डाइवर्स कंट्री है, सो सबका बैकग्राउंड अलग अलग होता है. समहाउ व्हेन देयर इज वन एग्जाम, ये एक तरीके का एक मैराथन रेस है और सबको लगता है कि सब एक जगह से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, पर सब नहीं कर रहे हैं.
ठीक है.
तो मतलब देयर इज कास्ट, देयर इज क्लास, देयर इज जेंडर, देयर इज आल्सो अबाउट सोशल अपब्रिंगिंग कि आप किस जगह पैदा हुए, कैसा सोशल बैकग्राउंड है, अगल बगल वाले क्या बोलते हैं, क्या सोचते हैं जी. एंड और ये क्वेश्चन के साथ मैं आपको आपसे ये भी सवाल है कि कैसे दिस कि जो आदिवासी कम्युनिटीज इंडिया में वो सबसे ज्यादा समहाउ बिकॉज ऑफ देयर वे ऑफ लाइफ समहाउ वो इस जो रेस में सही से पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर पाता है. इन द सेंस कि उनका जो वे ऑफ लाइफ है वो इसके कस्टम नहीं है कि तुमको ट्रेन नहीं करता इस एग्जाम के लिए जी. तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप इस क्वेश्चन को आंसर करें, साथ ही ये भी सोचें कि जो आदिवासी कम्युनिटीज है इंडिया में वो समहाउ सही बैठते नहीं इस एग्जाम, मतलब इस पैटर्न के लिए.
ठीक है. I think I broadly agree with the spirit of the question. I would only disagree with the use of the word Adivasi that was coined by the missionaries and the British to perpetuate the Aryan invasion theory myth. I will never support it because Adivasi and Mool Nivasi effectively means that there is a fundamental difference between all these groups. That's where I stand on that issue. Okay, why don't you give the mic to him? I'd like to discuss with him, please. I would genuinely believe, and I'm not putting you on a spot, a genuine belief is that you're more informed and smarter than at the very least the above average politician in this country. Fair enough?
Thank you for that.
आपके हिसाब से इस डाइवर्सिटी को अकोमोडेट करने का तरीका क्या हो सकता है, मुझे थोड़ा समझाइए. एंड दैट टू फॉर अ कंट्री ऑफ द स्केल ऑफ भारत, ये आप कैसे करेंगे, थोड़ा समझाइए. रिजर्वेशन अगर आपका सॉल्यूशन हुआ then you see where the conversation will go. Let me try and perhaps address this question differently. Do you have an answer to the question?
Yes sir.
Okay, बताइए क्या करें, बताइए.
So direct answer तो नहीं है
जी,
but I get कि reservation के
feel free to spitball and come out with suggestions. No problem. Go ahead.
तो reservation सबको problematic लगता है और इसमें questionable है. बट मैं ये चाहूंगा कि इसके जगह में एक ऐसा सोल्यूशन आए जिससे ऐसा हो कि जो पीछे छूट गए हैं उनको और ज्यादा आ जाए. ठीक है, मतलब आउटपुट और अच्छा होना चाहिए. यदि कोई बेटर सोल्यूशन हो. आपने
सोल्यूशन के एक्सपेक्टेशंस बता दिया, सोल्यूशन नहीं बताया.
यस, मैं बस कोई खास प्रॉपर सोल्यूशन तो है नहीं.
That's okay.
बट मैं ये चाहूंगा कि जो सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस होता है
जी,
वो केवल एक पैरामीटर पे ना हो.
ठीक है,
कि कोई एक एग्जाम ना हो, मतलब केवल एक ही एग्जाम पे सिलेक्शन ना हो. समहाउ आपको ये भी देखना पड़ेगा कि वो जो सामने वाला कैंडिडेट है वो कहाँ से फाइट करके आ रहा है. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं होता है कि मैराथन में दौड़ने, मतलब जो 1 किलोमीटर दौड़ता है वो शायद कैपेबल नहीं है कुछ नहीं करने के लिए.
ठीक है,
शायद उसके सर्कमस्टांसेस उसको 1 किलोमीटर ही दौड़ने के लिए कैपेबल या अफोर्ड करने लायक बना पाता है. तो समहाउ वी हैव टू सी कि कौन कितना दौड़ रहा है और ये भी देखें कि वो कहाँ से दौड़ते हुए आ रहा है.
ठीक है,
तो उसको भी फैक्टर इन करके हम सिलेक्शन कर सकते हैं. तो आई थिंक मेरे को लगता है कि अलग अलग पैटर्न्स में होने चाहिए एग्जाम. केवल एक ही पैटर्न से, मतलब यूपीएससी का केवल एक ही एग्जाम होता है तो 4 यूपीएससी होना चाहिए.
तो पेरेंट्स के सैलरी के बेसिस के हिसाब से क्या अलग अलग लेवल के एग्जाम्स रख लें?
या मतलब
मिडिल क्लास के लिए एक एग्जाम, अपर मिडिल क्लास के लिए एक एग्जाम, सवर्णों के लिए एक एग्जाम. कैन वी डू दैट?
उसमें भी प्रॉब्लम.
I'll tell you where the problem is. Just consider this for a moment. I come from a low middle class Tambram family, so feel free to hurl all sorts of labels at me, which has known nothing beyond mechanical engineering until my generation. Engineering may be sirf only mechanical, literally nuts and bolts. Okay. When I made the transition to law, in my profession I have to compete with people whose fathers and mothers are judges or bureaucrats. I come from the Andhra State Board, not the CBSE. There's a very clear distinction in the English skills, social grooming skills, social graces, the social strata of both these groups in Hyderabad. Okay? State syllabus and CBSE are very different categories altogether. From localities, you can identify कौन किस school में पढ़ता है और कौन से board में पढ़ता है. Okay, you can identify all of that. Plus, if you happen to have a father who is in the profession, the legal profession, you will get 3 benefits, or mother for that matter. Why be patriarchal? Okay. So, one is a legal library which is bloody expensive. Medical books and law books are very expensive because they function on high margins of sale because the volume of sale is less. Several books are 1.5 lakhs and 2 lakhs and they must be barely 300 pages or 400 pages. So that's a library. Second, an office space. Okay. Then an established set of clients from your parent, whichever parent it is. Assuming that both parents are heterosexual or maybe it's a non-heterosexual group. Okay. So when that happens, I have 2 options. Keep crying in the system. इसके पिताजी ऐसे हैं, इसके माताजी ऐसे हैं, मैं लुट गई बर्बाद हो गई. Okay, I can do that. Or take unfairness as a reality of life.
Yes.
And that these are the cards that life has dealt. And no matter what, you want a standing example? You have an Irfan Khan and you have Jitendra's son. Okay? I don't even know that poor boy's name. Okay? I am saying, inevitably, those who come without any kind of support system end up developing a certain reed ki haddi and a reality check on a regular basis that holds them in good stead in the long run. I'm not saying we can't do better and insofar as the system is concerned, but I will never agree with a system that pampers the society, that protects you from the hard blows of life. You will protect lallus and bablus and pappus. No, it's not a jibe at any politician or youth. I'm genuinely saying this, that I think this is one of the consequences of the socialist argument of equality of outcomes. You're hoping to somehow equalize outcomes. And you're also saying, even if a particular opportunity is presented to 6 different people, since they come from 6 different backgrounds, it's not equality of opportunity. What are you going to do? Recalibrate their entire lives before they got that opportunity? Or can you be absolutely sure how they'll use the opportunity after it's been given to them? I think you're playing too much with the element of chance and with the element of probability, which is what I think defines life significantly. At least 60% of your success is not attributable to your talent. It is attributable to the opportunity, the stroke of luck, or somebody just seeing you and saying, okay, let's give this person a chance. How much are you going to equalize? It is going to produce a set of yellow-bellied, weak people who constantly expect to be protected from competition, and competition will never be fair, it will never be equal. If that is the kind of expectation from, let's say, your society in terms of internal competition, aap kha kadenge China se. Global realities are not going to deal with this. So what is the next level of this argument? Reservation of the private sector? That's the only space left. That's the only space left. We are inching towards it thanks to what has been said in the EWS judgment. I'm someone who's spoken partially in favor of why reservations can continue for a certain period of time until there is a replacement, and I've given certain replacements. At least I've presented them as proposals. My point is, this will gradually move towards the argument kaise crystallize hoga. Let's accommodate for people who come from backgrounds which are non-English speaking. Let's accommodate for people who come from low middle class backgrounds. Let's accommodate people who come from a rich background but who don't come from an educated background, because rich is not the same as being educated. How many permutations and combinations are you going to account for in this? What kind of triangulation are you going to resort to? Don't encourage this. it's important to go through that pain. I'm not a sadist, but that pain is what translates to your ability to deal with certain situations. That the trial by fire and that rite of passage is a part of growing up. The industry, no matter how much you equalize, will find a way to accommodate the blessed word that Delhi worships, जुगाड़. आप इसको एलिमिनेट कर ही नहीं पाएंगे क्योंकि किसी ना किसी का किसी के साथ कोई रिलेशनशिप होगा. Because everybody who gets out of the car here says, जानता हूं मैं कौन हूं. How many जानता हूं मैं कौन हूं will you accommodate? Right? Realize that nature is not horizontal. Nature has a chain. It may not be strictly vertical, it may be circular, but it may be circular in concentric circles. That means there is a hierarchy even there, whether you like it or not. Don't shield yourself from hard realities of life, because when you do it, at the very least, two things are going to be affected. The overall quality of people that you produce as a society is going down, and the overall quality of professionals will also go down. So, I would say, try and make the system more, let's say, robust from a human intervention perspective, कि इसके साथ कोई बाहर से छेड़छाड़ नहीं करेगा. At least give me that. Which is to say that जुगाड़ will not work beyond a point. I'm okay with privilege working, I'm not okay with जुगाड़ working. There's a difference between the two. Which means what you've inherited by way of, let's say, of a certain family or because of the circumstance that you've been born in a certain family, that can't be reset. But when I deserve to get that opportunity and in the final stage somebody chooses to take it away because there's a jugaad connection working somewhere, perhaps that can be reduced or eliminated to some extent. Beyond that, I don't think it's possible to do so much. And in a country like India, how much are you going to do like this? How many layers are you going to create? How many slices are you going to create? Not possible. Next.